There's a reason the men's health industry is worth billions, and it's not because they've found the cure to aging. It's because too many men over 50 have been told a lie that feeling tired, sluggish, or less confident is just part of getting older. That's simply not true. In fact, what if the key to restoring your strength, drive, and energy wasn't some expensive treatment, but something sitting in your fruit bowl right now? I've spent years helping men feel like themselves again, not with pills, but with food. And today, I'm going to show you 5 essential fruits that fuel real vitality from the inside out. We're talking better circulation, sharper focus, stronger performance, and a renewed sense of confidence. Not someday, not eventually, but starting this week if you're willing to make one small change each morning. If you care about living strong after 50, go ahead and like this video, hit subscribe, and join this growing community of men who aren't settling for decline. And tell me in the comments, what's one thing you'd love to feel more of in your life right now? Energy, clarity, or connection? Fruit number 1, pomegranate. So here's the question no one really talks about out loud. What do you do when things just aren't working the way they used to down there? When the energy's low, the drive is missing, and even when the moment is right, you're not. Most guys assume it's just part of aging, and the world tells us to either accept it or fix it with a prescription. But what if the real fix comes from something as simple as what you pour into your morning glass? I want to tell you about a man named David. He's 67 retired military lives just outside Columbus, Ohio. Proud guy, still walks a few miles every morning, still opens the door for his wife every time. But one day, he sat in my office, looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I still love her, but I don't feel like a man anymore. Not because of pain or disease, just because his body wasn't responding." His confidence was quietly slipping away. See, what David didn't know is that many of these issues start with blood flow. As we get older, our arteries stiffen, circulation slows down, and when blood doesn't reach certain parts of the body the way it used to, performance suffers. Not just in the bedroom, but across the board, stamina, focus, even sleep. The good news, the right nutrients can reverse that. Pomegranates are loaded with something called polyphenols, natural compounds that help relax and open up your blood vessels by boosting nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is like the body's own version of WD-40 for your arteries. It keeps everything flowing smooth and steady. In a UCLA clinical study, men who drank pomegranate juice daily saw a noticeable improvement in erection quality and duration in just 2 weeks. No side effects, no prescriptions, just fruit. After hearing this, David made a simple shift. 6 ounces of pure pomegranate juice every morning. Nothing fancy. No blending or supplements. Just a glass and a habit. Within a few weeks, he was back in my office, shoulders straighter, eyes brighter, and he laughed, saying, "My wife keeps asking what I'm hiding in the fridge." The answer: confidence. This isn't about magic, it's about biology. And pomegranate just happens to be one of the most powerful natural tools to bring that biology back online. Circulation, oxygen, and function rebuilt one morning at a time. Fruit number 2, avocado. Let me ask you something that's hard to admit out loud. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, "I don't recognize that guy anymore"? Not because of wrinkles or gray hair, but because the fire's gone. The energy that used to push you through a long day. The edge that made you feel confident, capable, alive. For a lot of men over 50, that quiet fade isn't just physical, it's hormonal. And most don't even know it's happening. Testosterone isn't just about sex, it's about identity. It's the fuel behind your drive, your mental sharpness, your muscle tone, your sense of self. And when it starts dropping, which it naturally does, after 50, it's like someone dims the lights on your whole life. You feel slower, smaller, less visible. But there's another layer most men miss: stress. the hormone called cortisol, which rises with poor sleep, frustration, and constant pressure, can actually block testosterone production. So now it's not just fading, it's being suppressed. That's where food plays a bigger role than most men realize. Avocado, that creamy green fruit you've probably ignored or tossed in a salad without much thought, is one of nature's best hormone balancing tools. It's packed with monounsaturated fats, exactly what your body needs to build testosterone from the ground up. It also brings in zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6 nutrients that not only support testosterone production, but also help calm cortisol. In short, avocado feeds the fire and puts out the smoke. I think about Frank, 61, a former high school coach from Kansas City. Tough guy, old school values, but lately he'd been dragging. Not just physically, he said even simple things like starting a conversation or going for a walk felt forced. He said, "I'm doing everything I used to do, but I feel like I'm running on fumes." After reviewing his blood work and lifestyle, we added just half an avocado to his breakfast. That's it. 2 weeks later, he called me. Said his wife noticed his mood shift before he did. He was sleeping better, laughing more, walking taller. And for the first time in months, he didn't cancel his weekend fishing trip. He just went. When your hormones are balanced, life feels lighter. You move with intention again. Avocado isn't a trend, it's a daily act of rebuilding. And for men like Frank, it was the quiet key to feeling like himself again. Fruit number 3, banana. Have you ever woken up tired even after a full night's sleep? Not the kind of tired you shake off with coffee, but a deep, dragging heaviness in your body and your head, like you're already behind before the day starts. For a lot of men over 50, this feeling isn't just getting older. It's a sign that your body's energy systems are running low, and your brain is right there with it. Your muscles, heart, and brain all run on fuel delivered at the cellular level. And when that fuel isn't steady, you get energy crashes, brain fog, irritability, even anxiety. Over time, that wears you down, not just physically, but emotionally. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's subtle, shorter patience, heavier mood, or just not feeling like yourself. That's where bananas come in, not just as a snack, but as a quiet powerhouse for your whole system. Bananas are rich in potassium, magnesium, and something called tryptophan. Together, they help your body regulate blood sugar, maintain steady energy, and produce serotonin, the brain's feel-good chemical. Potassium keeps your heart rhythm smooth. Magnesium calms your nerves. And tryptophan is the raw material your body uses to stabilize mood and improve sleep. The best part, it works without any crash or stimulant. I'll tell you about Mark. He's 64, a retired paramedic from Phoenix. For months, he'd been struggling with mid-morning crashes. He'd start the day. Okay, then, by 10:30, he felt like his head was in a fog. His wife said he seemed grumpy for no reason. He wasn't sad, just low. When we talked about his routine, it turned out he wasn't eating breakfast at all. Just coffee, lots of it. So we made one simple change, a banana, with a scoop of peanut butter and a glass of water every morning. No fancy diet, just fuel. Within a week, Mark called and said, "I don't feel superhuman, but I feel stable again." He was thinking clearer, walking more, laughing easier. And his wife noticed too. Turns out bananas aren't just good for cramps. They're key for helping your body make the energy it needs without drama, without sugar spikes, just clean, steady power. When energy flows and mood evens out, you feel grounded again. And something as simple as a banana can be the bridge between dragging through your day and showing up fully mind, body, and spirit. Fruit number 4, tart cherries. Have you ever crawled into bed completely exhausted? Only to lie there staring at the ceiling, or worse, fallen asleep just fine, then jolted awake at 2 a.m., mind racing, joints aching, and no idea why. For men over 50, poor sleep isn't just annoying. It quietly chips away at your hormone levels, your recovery, your energy, and your sanity. And if your body never gets real rest, how can it rebuild anything? What most guys don't realize is that sleep isn't just about shutting your eyes. It's when your body repairs, inflammation restores testosterone, and resets your brain for the day ahead. But modern life stress, blue light late meals, aches and pains throws that all off. That's where tart cherries come in. Not sweet cherries, not maraschino ones in a jar. We're talking about the real sour kind, rich in antioxidants and one of nature's only food sources of actual melatonin. Melatonin, if you didn't know, is the hormone your brain uses to start the sleep cycle. But it needs help from your body to work right. Tart cherries deliver both melatonin and anti-inflammatory compounds that ease joint pain, relax muscles, and prep your nervous system for deep rest. Studies from the University of Louisville and the European Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who consumed tart cherry juice twice a day slept longer and reported less nighttime waking without the side effects of sleep aids. Larry, a 69-year-old contractor from Tallahassee, came to me frustrated, not because of pain, but because he couldn't bounce back. His knees were always stiff, and even after 8 hours in bed, he woke up groggy and sore. He said, "I'm not asking to run a marathon, doc. I just want to wake up and not feel broken." We added 4 ounces of tart cherry juice to his evening routine about an hour before bed. That's it. Within days, he was falling asleep faster. Within weeks, he was sleeping through. The next time I saw him, he joked, "I actually made it down the stairs without sounding like a bag of popcorn." Sleep is where recovery begins. It's where testosterone resets. Inflammation cools down and your system recharges. Tart cherries don't knock you out. They gently guide your body back into its natural rhythm. And when that rhythm returns, so does your strength. Every morning becomes a little easier to meet head-on. Fruit number 5, dark grapes. Have you ever tried to push through a workout, a hike, or even just a long day, only to find that your stamina runs out halfway through, not from being out of shape, but like something inside just isn't firing right anymore? Your muscles feel heavy, your breathing turns shallow, and your energy fades, even when your mind's still willing. That's not just age creeping in, it's your cells literally running low on fuel. Inside every muscle, every heartbeat, every breath, there are little engines called mitochondria. They turn oxygen and nutrients into energy. But over time, especially after 50, those engines slow down. Blood vessels lose flexibility, circulation becomes sluggish, and your stamina drops. The fix isn't about doing more, it's about fueling smarter. And that's where dark grapes come into the picture. Dark purple or red grapes, especially the ones with skin and seeds, are rich in something called resveratrol. It's a natural antioxidant that helps your arteries stay flexible and supports those mitochondria that power every move you make. Research from Harvard and the Mayo Clinic has shown that resveratrol doesn't just protect the heart, it actually helps improve how your cells produce energy. That means better endurance, quicker recovery, and long-term protection against vascular aging. George, 66. A former firefighter from San Diego thought his workout days were behind him. He wasn't trying to impress anyone, he just wanted to stay mobile, walk the hills with his dog, and keep up with his grandkids at the park. But his legs would tire out too soon, and his heart would race after 10 minutes. "I hate feeling like my body taps out before I do," he told me. We didn't overhaul his life. We added a small bowl of dark grapes to his afternoon snack seeds, skins and all. A handful, every day. Within a couple of weeks, he started texting me photos from the trail behind his house. Longer walks, easier climbs. And more than once he added, "I'm sleeping like a log." See when blood flow improves and cellular energy picks up your whole system, gets a boost from stamina to sleep to focus. Dark grapes may be small, but they work deep, not just on the surface, but inside your vessels, your muscles, your cells. And when your body starts running like it used to, you don't just get through the day, you finish strong. You've just seen how 5 simple fruits can help restore energy, strength, and performance without pills, without gimmicks, and without waiting around for things to get worse. This isn't about turning back time. It's about working with your body, not against it. And your body, even now, knows how to respond when it's given the right support. Whether it's a glass of pomegranate juice, a handful of grapes, or a banana with breakfast, these aren't just foods. They're tools for rebuilding the man you know you still are, strong, clear-minded, connected, and ready to show up fully for yourself and the people who count on you. If this message spoke to you, share it with a friend, a brother, a father who might need to hear it too. And before you go, drop a comment below. Which of these 5 fruits will you try? First, your story might be the one that inspires someone else to take the first step.